my new walk backwards to my chair. Okay, sit back in your seat, get nice and comfortable. Scoot your bum back, snuggle your shoulders in, and just give everything a second to settle into place. Get nice and comfortable and still. And then once you feel like your body has settled in, take a moment to open your eyes and just kind of glance around. You don't have to turn your head or anything, but just get a sense of the space that you're working in. Get a sense of the walls, the ceiling, and the floor beneath you. And then assuming that the space is feeling safe and comfortable, close your eyes down and offer up a little gratitude for the safe space that you have to work in. And then before we start to move or connect with the body, take a moment here to set an intention to honor your mind and your body throughout your practice, never doing anything that would cause your body pain, and treating yourself with love, care, and respect. And then with that intention set, just start to bring your awareness down to your feet and down to your toes, and just give your toes a little wiggle, crunch around your feet, just move them in sort of an organic way, just to feel your feet, feel the floor beneath your feet. Let your feet wake up just a little bit. And then let your feet settle down and bring some gentle movement into your fingers. Wriggle your fingers, bring some gentle movement into your wrists. Beautiful. And then let your fingers relax, feet relax. Lift your back away from the back of your chair. So you're just sitting up nice and tall and no need to shift forward or anything. So you might feel a little bit weighted backwards and you might not feel a lot of weight in your feet, but just see if you can sit up a little taller, lifting up through the crown of your head. And then we're going to start by gently drawing the shoulders up to the ears and then soften the shoulders down. Just let them melt back down into their neutral space. And then we'll connect it with the breath. Inhale, let your shoulders lift. Exhale and let your shoulders melt down. Inhale, let your shoulders lift. And exhale, let them melt down. One more, just like that. Both shoulders. Inhale, lift. Then exhale, let your shoulders melt down. And now maintaining that nice tall posture, we're just going to stick with the left shoulder. So right shoulder is going to stay down and neutral, and the head and the neck are also going to stay pretty neutral. And we're going to inhale, lift the left shoulder up and see how stationary can you keep everything else. Exhale and lower it down. Inhale, lift the shoulder up. Exhale, lower down. One more, just like that. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down, and then we'll take it to the other side. See if you can keep the head stationary, the anchored shoulder stationary, and we just inhale, lift the right shoulder up, and exhale, soften it down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower down, back to both shoulders. Inhale, lift both shoulders up, give a nice gentle squeeze, and then exhale, soften your shoulders down. Great. And now we're going to walk ourselves forward in our seat just a little bit. So we feel our feet a little bit more solid and grounded. And the chair should feel nice and supportive underneath you. And then once you found your way here, just start to gently tick-tock your head side to side. Notice how the side of your neck feels. But then go a little bit further than that. And as you move your head gently side to side, maybe even it helps to close your eyes down, tune into the rest of your body. And where in your body, besides your neck, do you feel sensation as you gently move your head side to side? Can you feel a slight shift in your sits bones as your weight shifts slightly from side to side? Can you feel a slight shift in the press of your feet as your head shifts side to side? Take one more tick tock of the head side to side, and then bring it back to center. And then we're going to move into a seated cat and cow. So slide your hands forward, catch your kneecaps. Inhale, lift your chest, lift your chin. And then exhale, round your back, round your shoulders, and look toward your belly button. Inhale to lift your heart. Exhale to round your back. And then just keep that going for a few cycles of breath. Just move with your breath's rhythm. And then once you've got that rhythm down and you don't have to focus so hard on the connection of breath and movement, can you tune into something new and different? Maybe you'll notice that there's not a perfect symmetry in your cat and cow. So you might notice a slight unevenness in your movement. Can you notice, are there any places where the muscle gets a little jaggedy or the breath gets caught, and where could you smooth some things out? Take one more cat and cow, and then we'll add on. So as you inhale, lift your heart, arch your back, and as you exhale, pull one knee up towards the chest, round your upper body, and then inhale, release, and exhale, take it to the other side. Pick that knee up and round. Inhale, lower the foot down, lift the heart. Exhale and round. Inhale to lift. Exhale to round. Nice. One more time each side. And then once you've completed those cycles of breath, pause in a nice neutral spine, close your eyes down, take a nice deep breath. On an inhale, eyes closed if you can, just let your shoulders lift up to your ears. Exhale, let the shoulders soften down. Drop your left ear over to your left shoulder. Let it get nice and heavy. Take a nice deep breath. Lift your head up to neutral and then drop your right ear over to your right shoulder. Let your ear get nice and heavy and take a nice deep breath. Awesome. Lift your head back. And now we're going to take that left hand down to the chair. Right hand is going to reach up. Take a nice gentle side bend. Just start to open up the side body. Notice how the side body feels. Notice the ribs. Take a nice big breath there. Awesome. And then release. Right hand down, left hand reaches up. Lean over, find a nice little side bend. Feel that opening and space in the side ribs, and then take a nice big breath there. Beautiful. Lift up and we'll take it into a seated twist. So right hand's going to come to the left knee, left hand behind you, low side of the chair or tall side, totally up to you. One more breath. And then unwind and take it to the other side. Catch your other knee, hand behind the chair. Beautiful. When you're ready, unwind, come back to a nice neutral spine. We're going to drop the left ear over to the left shoulder. Let the ear get nice and heavy. Take a breath. Lift the head back up and then drop right ear to right shoulder. Let the ear get nice and heavy and take a breath. Awesome. Lift your head back up and then scoot yourself forward into your seat so that you're finding the front edge of the chair, but you still feel like there's support under your bum. And then just let your hands come down at your sides. And then take a moment to notice your center. So think about the ribs. And if you feel like the chest is lifted and the ribs are flared, can you pull that center in? Like you're trying to pull the ribs in towards each other, and then get a sense as if you were trying to pull your hip bones in towards each other. So you feel a little bit of engagement in the low belly. And then if you can find all of that, Bring some life and reach down into the fingers as if you're trying to pull your shoulders down towards the ground and lengthen up through your neck. So we get nice and tall here. Take a good breath. Nice. And then loosen that up just a little bit, but we still want to keep this nice, lively, active spine lifting upward. Inhale, reach your arms up and look up. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center, hands down at your sides. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, hands to heart center, hands down at your sides. One more just like that. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, hands to heart center, interlace the fingers, press the palms forward, make some space for your shoulders, and then press a little deeper into the palms if it feels good. Get that nice good stretch in the fingers and the palms. Close your eyes down, take a moment, take a breath. Beautiful. And then pull those hands back to heart center, unlace the fingers, and then let them come down at your sides. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, fold forward. Let your fingers touch the toes or touch the floor, and then inhale to a half forward fold. Hands glide to the shins. Exhale to soften back down into your fold, and then pull your belly button in and round up through your spine. Like you're pulling the ribs backwards, and then roll the shoulders around, down, and back. Nice. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale and fold down. Inhale to a half forward fold. Hands glide to the shins. Exhale to soften down, pull your belly button in, round and roll up like somebody's pulling your ribs backwards. Roll the shoulders up to the ears, around, down, and back. One more just like that. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale and fold. Inhale to half forward fold. Exhale to soften down, pull the belly button in, pull the ribs back, roll the shoulders up to the ears, around, down, and back. Nice. And then drop your left ear over to your left shoulder. Pause and take a breath. Lift your head up, take your right ear over to the right shoulder, pause and take a breath. Awesome. And then lift your head back to neutral, hands drop down at your sides. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale and fold. Inhale to a half forward fold. Exhale to soften down, right hand over to the left shin, left hand reaches up. And then release that hand down. We're going to slide up the shin, bring the knee towards the chest, bring your nose towards your knee. Pause there, take a breath. And then release it back to mountain pose. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale and fold. Inhale to half forward fold. Exhale to soften down. Left hand over to the right shin, right hand reaches. Beautiful. And then bring that hand down. We slide up the shin, bring the nose to the chest, bring the knee to the chest, bring your nose to your knee. Take a breath. Beautiful. And then release it back to mountain pose. Now from here, we're going to reach our hands so that we can find the chair. So we want to get a nice little firm plant of our palms onto the chair, as if we could lift our tush up off the chair using the strength of our arms. Now my arm reach doesn't allow me to get much higher than that. So you're only going to push yourself up and off the chair as high as your arms allow. But we want to feel just a little bit of strength or effort in the arms, lifting the tush up and then lowering it down. Nice. Take two more just like that. Beautiful. And then from here, we're just going to come unceremoniously up to standing position and then move our chair so that we can work from the low side. And then we'll want to make sure that today we have our chair on a nice firm surface, just so that it's not going to slide out from underneath us. And then once you feel like you've got your chair in a good place, come into a mountain pose stance. So make sure your head, your heart, your hips, and your heels are in a line. And then see if you can just draw your center in just a little bit, pull those hip bones in towards each other, firm up that low belly, lift up through the crown of your head, and let your shoulders soften down away from your ears. Inhale, arms up and look up. Exhale, hands to heart center, hands down at your sides. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, we're going to fold. So bend your knees, hinge at your waist, bring your hands to the low side of the chair. Inhale to a half forward fold. So we're straightening the legs, lengthening the spine. Beautiful. Bend your knees, pull your belly button in, round and roll up to standing, and let your hands drop down at your sides. Nice. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, bend your knees, fold hands to the low side of the chair. Inhale to that half forward fold. Exhale to soften, bend your knees, pull your belly button in, roll on up, roll the shoulders up to the ears, around, down, and back. One more just like that. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale and fold. Inhale to half forward fold. Exhale to soften, pull the belly button in, round and roll up, roll the shoulders up to the ears, around, down and back. Nice. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale and fold. Inhale to half forward fold. Exhale to soften just a little bit, but now we're going to step into a lunge. So I like to step my left foot slightly forward and my right foot back, but you'll arrange your feet in the way that feels best to you. So you find a lunge shape and then think about pulling your left hip back, heart forward, look forward, take a nice big breath. Beautiful. Now, can you keep your right hand on the chair? Lift your left hand up towards the ceiling so we get a little rotation in the spine. Nice. And then bring that left hand back down to the chair. Rearrange your grip so you can hold on tight and step your front foot back into a plank. Readjust your feet as needed. Try to bring the shoulders in line with the wrists or lean your heart forward just a little bit. Lengthen the crown of your head. Take one good breath. Nice. And then pull your bum back and find a downward facing dog shape here. So nice upside down V. Rearrange your feet as needed and then let your chest and your head sink down. Take a nice big breath. Beautiful. Lift your head, soften your knees. We're going to step the right foot forward, rearrange your feet. So as if you're coming back into that lunge shape, but now we're going to start to find a triangle pose. So we're going to straighten that front leg, lift up and rotate your hips so that they're facing to the left. Adjust your feet so that they feel good and stable. And then think about bringing your hands to your hip bones. Shift your hips to the left as we lean the right ribs down. Can you bring your right hand to the chair? And then think about pulling those bottom ribs forward. Extend your left hand up. Look up towards the sky and take a nice big breath. Cool. Now from here, can you let your awareness come down to your feet? Think about pressing into the big toe and then pulling the big toe back towards the heel. So we get a nice lift in the arches and it might engage the inner thighs just a little bit further. So think about lifting up through the inner thighs or through the inner sides of the legs and then lift that energy up through your left hand and take one more breath. Cool. And then keep that nice lifted up connection. Pull up through the ribs, up through the side body, lift up, and then drop the left hand down, reach the right hand up and take a little side stretch. Nice. And then we're going to spin our hands down to the chair, pivot on that back heel, come into a little lunge. Beautiful. And then step that left foot up. And then we come to that half forward fold. Bend your knees, pull your belly button in, round and roll up to standing. Roll the shoulders around, down and back. Nice. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, we fold, hands to the low side of the chair. Inhale to a half forward fold. Exhale to soften, step the right foot forward slightly, left foot back. So we take our lunge to the other side, but you rearrange your feet as you like them the best. And then lift your heart, lift your gaze and take a nice big breath. Beautiful. Left hand is going to stay down. Right hand's going to reach up for that little twist. Nice. And then bring that right hand down. Frame your hands on the chair so it feels secure. Stepping that front foot back into a plank. Beautiful. Think about broadening your shoulders, looking down at the seat of your chair, lengthen your neck just a little bit longer. Take one more breath. Awesome. And then shift back to a down dog shape. So we pull the hips back, rearrange your feet as needed, and then let your chest and your forehead soften down. Nice. And then from here, we're going to step the left foot forward so we can set up for a triangle to the other side. So step that left foot forward, rearrange that back foot, lift yourself up, and then we're going to rotate the hips now to the right side of the mat. Now those left toes are turned forward, pointing towards the top side of the chair. Bring your hands to your hips. Think about shifting your hips over to the right, lengthen long, bring your bottom hand to the chair. Take your top hand, grab those bottom ribs, pull them forward so we get a nice rotation in the spine, and then lift that right hand up, look up towards the sky, anchor into your feet and take a nice big breath. Lovely. Now, can you press into the big toes? Lift your arches as if you're trying to pull the big toes toward your heels, and then pull that energy up through the legs, up through the ribs, up through the fingertips, and take one more breath. Beautiful, nice and strong. Can you lift your way up? Right hand touches down, left hand reaches up. And then spin those hands down to your chair, pivot on your back heel so you come into a little lunge. Lovely, take a nice big breath. And then step that foot up to meet. Bend your knees, pull your belly button in, round and roll all the way up to standing, roll the shoulders down and back. Awesome, now we're gonna take a little balance here. So we're gonna step the right foot up onto the chair. And you can hold onto the chair if you need to. You always have your support system. And then we're just gonna take a moment to lean a little bit forward and a little bit back. So just a little bit of a press into that front foot and then come right back. Nice, one more just like that. Beautiful. And then keeping this more neutral stance, we're going to take the left hand to the right knee, find a little rotation. And then if it feels comfortable, right hand can reach back, turn your head and look at that back thumb. Beautiful. Unwind. We're going to catch hold of that knee, get a nice little interlace of the fingers there. And then can you pull that knee up towards the chest? Nice. And then carefully release that foot down. Take a second, shake out anything that you need to, and then we're going to take it to the other side. So step your left foot up onto the chair, get yourself situated, and then we're just going to do a little lean forward and press your way back. A little lean forward, press your way back. A little lean forward and press your way back. Beautiful. And now we've got this nice neutral stance. Think about getting a little bit taller here. Now right hand's going to reach over to that left knee, rotate to the left, and then if it feels good, reach that left hand back, turn your head and look at your left hand. Beautiful. When you're ready, unwind. We'll catch hold of that knee if it feels good, lift it up, find your balance, bring it up for a little squeeze, and then carefully, gently release that foot down and give everything a good soft shake. Nice, one more little flow and then we'll sit back down and hit those hips. So find your mountain pose here, anchor into your feet, lift up through the top of your head. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale and fold, hands to the low side of the chair. Inhale to a half forward fold, lengthen and lift. Exhale to soften down. We're gonna step both feet back to a downward dog shape. Give a second here to just kind of get a sense of awareness of the back chain of the body. So draw a line from the crown of your head, down the back of your head, your neck, your spine, tailbone, and then down the backs of each leg. Feel your heels pressing into the ground. Bring your awareness back to those big toes. Can you pull the big toes back towards the heels and bring a little lift into the bottoms of the feet? Take one more breath. Beautiful. Soften your knees, look forward. We're going to shift ourselves forward into a plank position. So bring those shoulders on top of the wrists. Lovely. Lengthen through the crown of your head. Take one good breath. Nice. And then step your feet up. Bend your knees a lot. Pull your belly button in. Round and roll up to standing. Roll the shoulders around, down and back. In your mountain pose here, drop your right ear over to your right shoulder. Head comes back to center. Left ear over to left shoulder. Head comes back to center. Nice. And now we're going to move on around. So come back down to a seated position. So move your chair or move yourself, whichever works better for you. And then just sit yourself kind of close to the edge of your chair still so you have plenty of room to move. We're going to start by finding just a little windshield wiper action. Just bring a little swish back into the hips. Nice. Take one more time each side. And then we're going to come to a more neutral position. Send your left leg out nice and long, but keep a micro bend in the knee. Take a big breath, lift up. Think about pulling the belly up and over, and then lifting and reaching your fingertips toward your toes. Doesn't matter if you touch your toes, that's just what we're reaching towards. Take a nice big breath here. And then as we come on up and in, bend that knee, and can you catch hold of the knee? Can you catch hold of the heel and rock the leg a little bit side to side? Beautiful. And then bring that leg across into a figure 4 position. Now, if this figure 4 position doesn't work for you, you always have the option to cross at the ankle or use a block as a prop. So many variations there. If you ever need help with that, just let me know. Okay, so once you've got your way here into this nice figure 4 configuration, take a moment to gently press the knee open, lift your heart, take a breath. And then exhale, lean your heart forward, come into a fold that feels nice to you. And then let your hands just do whatever they like. Take one more breath. And then when you're ready, come up nice and slow. Lift through the top of your head, let your heart follow. We're going to rotate towards that knee, draw that knee up towards the chest, and then push it away. Draw it up and then push it away. On this next one, draw it up and then find a little deeper rotation. So as you're pulling the knee in towards your chest, you're rotating to the left, look behind you, take a nice big breath, and then unwind, come back to center and gently lift that leg off. And now we got to switch sides. So we're going to step the right leg nice and long, lift up and over, reach towards the toe, let your hand land wherever it lands, and then pause and take a breath. Beautiful. And then bring it all in. We're going to pick up that knee, pick up that heel, rock that leg a little side to side. And then take your figure 4 shape. So it might be across the thigh, might be across the ankle, totally up to you. If you've got it across the thigh, think about pressing the knee open, get nice and tall, take a breath. Beautiful. And then lean your heart forward and come to a position that feels nice to you. Hands wherever they like. Take one more breath. And then when you're ready, lift through the top of your head, let your heart follow, rotate towards that knee, pull the knee to the chest, push the knee away, pull the knee towards the chest, push the knee away. One more just like that. And then pull the knee in, rotate to the right. Beautiful. And then gently unwind, release that leg, maybe give it a good little rock if it needs it, and then set it down nice and easy, and then scoot your butt back in your seat. So you feel the chair is nice and firm underneath you. We're going to drop the right ear over to the right shoulder. And then if it feels good here, gently nod the head up and down. Beautiful. And then let that nodding come to stillness. Ear gets nice and heavy. Take a breath. Take your right hand to your right temples and gently lift your head up. And now we're going to turn the head slightly to the left. So you're angling your head, but your chin is in neutral. And now you're going to pull the chin back as if you're trying to make a double chin. So your head is turned about a 45-degree angle. And then we pull the chin in. Feel a little length in the back of your neck. Take a nice big breath. And then release your double chin, head comes back to center, and then we're going to take it to the other side. So we're going to drop the right ear over to the right shoulder, gently nod the head up and down. Nice, and then let the nodding come to stillness, let your ear get nice and heavy, take a breath. Beautiful, and then bring the right fingers to the right temple, gently lift your head up, turn your head to the left, about a 45-degree, and then pull the chin back. And then once you've got your way there, just take a nice deep breath. Awesome, and then release your chin, rotate back to center, scoot your butt way back in your chair. And then once you found your way here, just take a couple of good lifts of those knees, bring a little bit of length right back into the backs, the hamstrings and where the hamstrings meet the butt, just to create some space for yourself, make sure everything feels good and loosened up and comfortable. And then once you feel like you've got a little space in the back of your tush, step both feet down, snuggle your shoulders back into your seat, give everything a nice moment or two to just kind of find a comfortable position. Clothes are comfortable, hair feels good. If it feels safe and comfortable, close your eyes down. Otherwise, just find a nice soft gaze somewhere you can rest your eyes. Do a quick little scan through your body and just notice, is there anything that could be a little bit more comfortable? Make all the adjustments that you need. And then can you allow the weight of your chest and your shoulders to sink just a little deeper back into your seat? Invite a sense of soft heaviness into your hands and into your feet. Let a softness come into your belly, and then maybe let that softness radiate down into your hips. So if you're holding any tension in your hips or gripping in your tush, can you let all of that go? Start to bring your awareness back into your body. Give your fingers and toes a little wiggle. Gently start to move through the wrists and the ankles. And then maybe if it feels good, like a big good morning stretch here, just like a yawn, stretch your arms up, stretch your legs out, and just take a nice big breath, lift your back away from your seat. And then when you're ready, release everything down and slowly and mindfully start to walk yourself forward in your chair. So you feel nice and grounded here, feet firm on the ground, nice tall lifted spine. Snuggle your shoulders down. We're going to drop the right ear over to the right shoulder. Notice how the side of your neck feels. Notice your jaw. Roll your chin down to your chest and then take your left ear over to your left shoulder. Notice the side of your neck. Release any tension you're holding in your jaw. Roll your chin back down to your chest and then stay there for a second. Just make a couple little figure eights with your nose just to smooth out the back of your neck. Make sure everything feels nice. And then when you feel called to do so, gently lift your chin up so you find a nice neutral position with your head and a nice tall lifted spine. Awesome. Bring one hand to the belly, one hand to the heart. Close your eyes down. Take a nice deep breath. And breathing in love and gratitude for yourself, for your mind, for your body, and for all of your hard work. And breathe in a little extra love and gratitude that you can carry with you through the rest of your day and share with everyone you see. And gently lift up through the top of your head. Gently open your eyes. I bow to you. Happy Wednesday.